We're Erin and Brandon. We spent this past summer converting our Ram ProMaster into our full-time home. But this episode is actually not about us. Meet my brother Tim and his partner Alana. Shortly after we left for our road trip, they started a van build of their own. And we wanted to highlight their van because it's different than our own, being a 1986 Econoline, but it's extremely functional while having a vintage, minimalistic style. Let's get started with the tour. Tim and Alana want me to make sure I tell you that this is a work in progress. Come on in, we'll start in the cab. So once again, this is a vintage feel. You have roll down windows, only an AM radio, no AC, no cruise control, but it still gets the job done.
So this van really found us at a pretty opportune time. We've been camping out of an old Toyota Tacoma for the past almost decade, and we were looking for a place within COVID that we could go and still have some space to sit up if it were raining or to be able to cook food. This van was a family friend's that they were not using anymore, and we were able to acquire it and then kind of start to fix it up from there. It was set up as a camper with the high top when we got it. It had a sink, it had a bed, it had a lofted bed, it had a refrigerator, and so we were hoping to use it kind of in that state with just cleaning it up. But the more we investigated, we did find a little bit of like mold and a little bit of rot where some water had gotten in the past. So we started to really start from scratch again.
It currently has a bed, it has a cabinet, it has electricity, and it has lights. Not complete yet, but it is functional.
Okay, so here they have their makeshift kitchen, which has a lot of storage. This is where the propane stove lives, and you can just bring it out. There's 2 burners. The nice thing about this is if it's a beautiful day outside, you just take this and bring it with you.
Tim and I are both teachers. We live here in Red Hook, Brooklyn, and we've been doing some of the work at Tim's parents' garage, where Erin and Brand also built out their van. We've also been doing a bunch of the work right here in Red Hook on the street, and we can do a lot of it in the van, so we are building it out kind of in both places.
Okay, so this is actually just foam and plywood, but it's actually not too bad. The great thing about when you're building your own van is that you can modify to your needs. For example, Tim didn't fit all the way across here, so they took out some of this paneling. So you have 2.5 inches on each side. So he has 5 more inches to fit long ways when sleeping on the bed. Alana, she fits just fine with the panels. The one really cool thing about this bed is that it's not fixed. They designed it so that in case you wanted to move a fridge or help someone move their mattress, you can actually take out the plywood, move the bed entirely, and then you have this entire space to use as a van. On the ceiling, we have 3 puck lights and 2 recessed lights on the sides. All of these lights can dim and they are charged by the battery. And they also have USB and USB-C outlets. A really nice feature of the van is that there's plenty of light, lots of windows that open, and there's an air vent, an original feature. Alana is actually currently in the process of building a cedar frame to go around the fan, and of course the curtains that they stole from my childhood bedroom room. Tim and Alana added 3/4 inch plywood to the flooring. Before it was just a vintage shaggy carpet, so they're paying homage to it by this guy right here.
So since we got the van, we got to work right away, and we made it functional for what we need it to be, right? Like by getting a bed in pretty quickly. Each time we do something, it's just an improvement to what we've had. There's like 2 2x4s in here, otherwise everything is like 3/4 inch plywood. I don't know how much it costs.
This is their electrical panel for all their 12-volt lights. They've got a 400-watt inverter that's not mounted yet, but that will go right here, and that gives them traditional outlet. In the front of the van, they've got 2 batteries. One's just your normal car battery, and then they've got a 95 amp hour battery that they run the lights off of, which is just their auxiliary battery, and it's charged off the alternator via a battery isolator. The van also has 2 gas tanks, which Erin thinks is very funny, so we'll put that out there. Just make sure you know that.
So a question we get asked a lot, guys, is where is the bathroom?
The bathroom is in nature, at campsites, or at friends' houses if we stay in their driveway.
When nature calls, you take care of it how you need to.
We built this out to meet our needs for trips, to go climbing. We're not living in the van. We don't have running water. We won't have a bathroom. We built it out to be pretty minimal.
Like, we have a water jug for drinking water, but when it comes to, you know, washing dishes, just wipe them out with a paper towel. They'll be good till the next day. You know, lick them clean and wipe them out. It's fine. All right, so that concludes our tour of our 1986 Econoline camper that we've created. Hope you enjoyed.
Like and subscribe.
I was saying to Alana, I was like, oh man, you know, like we could have done it like super slick, right? You could do like really, really good, nice stuff. But we didn't really go that route. We were just like, yo, let's make this thing happen.
I think it's slick.
It's not that slick.
I think that there's a lot of slick things in here.
It could be slicker.
This is leftover from Erin and Brand's van. So we've also been lucky to use a few hand-me-downs.
That's what we do. We just wipe it out with a piece of paper towel and it's good. It's like done.
That's what we did for
Ever.
7 years.
Yeah,
while
just
in the van
take a
in the
thing and
truck.
just wipe it out.
Right.